We're live.
Oh.
Yeah. Lights on you. Hey, happy Monday. How's it going, eh?
It's pretty good. I have a lot of interesting news stories to share today.
Oh, that's fun.
Some good, some bad.
I think I have a couple.
Some downright terrible.
I have a couple.
I first got very excited because I saw in the news that Elon Musk has lost a lawsuit, and I was like, yay! And then I saw who it was against. It was Sam Altman of OpenAI. I was like, aw, that means he won.
It took yeah. There was no winners.
No winners.
I don't even know much about the lawsuit. I just love
I read a little bit about it.
He lost in 2 hours because the judgment was that it was
What?
Stat barred.
Yeah.
Statute of limitations have been exceeded.
He took too long to file a lawsuit. It's about they're fighting over OpenAI. It was, I guess, Elon Musk used to be involved, and then before he left. Sorry, they were a nonprofit, and then they went for profit, and then he left, and then he says that there was some sort of like wrongdoing because
flow state. Delicate just put a sticker up that was really dope. It was doing this, but it was the words. Sorry, continue. Yeah.
No, you're good.
It's Delicate's fault.
Whatever you want to do, man, that's what we're gonna do.
Tanner's in the house. Delicate is here. Archival Raccoon is here. Who else is here?
It's good to see everybody. I mean, not like obviously I can't see you. Can you imagine?
That's all I can see.
Can you
right
imagine
now.
if they just discovered that we can see all of them?
No Two Trolls is here. Good morning, No Two Trolls. So happy to see you.
Good morning.
From the country in the middle of nowhere. So true. You guys are on an island in the middle of nowhere. Like there's nothing more surrounded by water than,
Every island?
those territories. Well, sure, but those are wildly populated comparatively.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, frickin', Australia is so big. And New Zealand, obviously, much smaller, but. Happiness in your life is here. Little Black Cat is here. This is awesome. So what were you saying? Tell us more.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not interesting because a bad guy lost and also a bad guy won. So that's annoying.
So it's the bad guys fighting and you just don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
It's like a lot of the movies I watch.
However, the good news is...
It's like, I don't really give a fuck who dies here.
Yeah. Elon Musk is very pissed about it. And so that's fun. Because I like what a bad day for him is a good day for humanity.
That's what I felt about like send help. Because like, I hate both of these people.
Oh, yeah, I know. You're like, I don't want either of them to win.
Yeah.
Elon Musk rages against, he called it terrible activist Oakland judge and jury after losing $150 billion OpenAI trial. He accuses Sam Altman again of stealing a charity. I mean, who gives a fuck? You know what you could do?
You're one of the worst human beings that ever breathed.
If you're upset at the system, is you could just fuck off forever since you're a gazillionaire. And you can just go away and do whatever gazillionaires do someplace else.
He's literally...
Maybe don't do business.
He just wants to go down in history as the first trillionaire. This is all about like his ego, this whole thing, all of everything he does. Because the amount of money he has is, it's unfathomable. The amount of money that he has, it's unfathomable. It's like, it's the most ridiculous. Like if he'd been making money since the beginning of human time, like we're recorded human history, and I'm talking like prehistoric history as well, like all that, like is the human record, he'd still be making like well above anything we've ever made in a year.
I think the deal with
thousands
him
of years
is that he doesn't have any good advisors around him, so he can get pissed off where he feels like he's been wronged. But typically somebody will be like, well, I don't know if it's worth going through a whole lawsuit. You could lose. But he's got people who are so tapped into the money funnel, right? That they're like, oh, yes, absolutely. We're going to fight that lawsuit for you. I bet that you're going to prevail. It's going to be amazing. You're going to be able to claim victory. You're going to be able to do that stupid X jump thing that you love to do when you're feeling happy.
Ugh. I hope he pulls something.
Anyway, I feel like I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I was sad to hear that Billy Strings, broke his leg while he was partying backstage or whatever. Not partying, actually. He was trying to do a skateboard jump.
That's stupid.
And his and he broke his leg. This was just like a few weeks ago or whatever.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I was sad. I want to like hear, like, I wouldn't feel sad, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't feel sad if like Elon Musk broke something doing the X jump that he does.
There will be a time where he's too old to do that dumb shit anymore.
Yeah.
And it'll dawn on him that he too is mortal. I fucking hate that guy.
He skeeves me so bad.
I saw somebody recommend a book, and it had a blurb endorsement written by Elon Musk on the top.
Oh.
And I immediately was like, oh, that's a pass.
Hard pass.
Yeah. Then the person came back at me like, I don't know, man. I think all viewpoints are worth considering. I was like, he's a literal Nazi. Like, you could just, he actually should be buried under the earth and forgotten about forever. I feel like you don't actually have to listen to people like that.
He's grotesque. We watched the final episode of Saturday Night Live. We did. Mm-hmm. That was a wrap. Season's a wrap.
Season 51, I guess.
It was like not a great season for me. There were some moments. It always has moments.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is one of the worst moments. This is one of the worst seasons for SNL.
I think the one that I enjoyed the most was this previous one with Matt Damon hosting.
The episode, yeah, that episode was good.
That was really funny.
No, Matt Damon's so fucking good. The guy's just so good at what he does. Like, he is just bizarrely talented at being able to just hold down the moment.
What's amazing is when these dramatic actors are so good at avoiding breaking in comedy. Like, they're doing ridiculous things, like how they don't laugh when other people are laughing.
It's all about being committed.
I don't know how they do it.
It's commitment. It's just like, I'm doing this. This is what it is.
Okay, you're an actor, or you were.
Acted.
Yes. Were you somebody who would break, or were you somebody who could stay committed and like avoid?
Oh no, I mean, I broke.
The giggles.
I broke. I break. I'm breakable. Very breakable. I'm fractured walking in the room.
It seems impossible. I don't know how they do it.
Look, there are ways. Like I have in my my brief exploration of acting, I have found the space where you can go, where only you live and the character that you're playing, and it's dynamic. The moment is fluid. It happens. It's dealing with everything around you, environmentally, emotionally, physically.
I can kind of relate to that because I'm somebody who can cry on cue if I focus. Like, I can actually make tears.
Yeah.
But I don't know how somebody can prevent themselves from laughter.
It's the first time first time I heard that, by the way, and I have questions.
No. No, I mean, like, I'm a very easy crier. Like, I'll cry at fucking commercials. Like, anything sentimental or sappy whatsoever gets me.
Yeah, it only
if
gets
I
worse
see
as you get
somebody
older, too.
acting as if they're acting crying, I will cry along with them. But if they're bad at acting crying, I won't cry along with them. It's just, I guess, I don't know, it's an empathy thing maybe. But I don't know how anybody could ever suppress a laugh. How does that ever happen? I feel like that's the hardest thing a human being could do. Whatever. You seem like you want to move on, and we can.
No. It's not true.
I have other news items for you.
The Harvey Weinstein's accuser, Jessica Mann, she spoke.
Oh, what happened?
She said
that's fucking
that
sucks.
the decision to declare a mistrial doesn't in any way detract from the truth I told and the violent crimes Harvey Weinstein committed upon me and so many others. You know, just like, it's just as soon as like there's a doubt in somebody's mind, you know, about it. Victims, like she's.
Yeah, mistrial is not an exoneration.
No, exactly.
Nobody thinks he's innocent if it's a mistrial. That means that they're divided.
I certainly hope not.
Yeah. I have some other items for you today.
Anyway, it was good to hear her voice because it was like nice to get like her to put it back into the truth and into perspective. She said, and this is the point that I find very compelling. She said, I chose to testify in 3 trials because I'm telling the truth. Mm-hmm. And, I just think that there's a certain admiration that goes from that because that has to be unbelievably emotionally, stressful. I mean, I can't even imagine, we know Deanne's going through it. Right. And she, Deanne's been here when the trial got postponed. And there's an emotional like build to that, there's a whole psychological build to these big giant fucking moments as victims in these kinds of situations as you move towards some kind of what you hope to be justice or something that, will make you feel as if you're being seen, you're being healed.
Yeah, it probably is worth clarifying. You mentioned the crimes that Dion was subjected to are not the same. So it's probably
no, they're not the same.
Domestic violence is different than what Weinstein's accusers are saying.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, she didn't live through the same as those women. She lived through hell, and that's the point I'm talking about is the trauma. I'm talking about the trauma, and there's a lot of there's trauma involved in testifying, in speaking out, in going through it all. Everything you do as it relates to something that's happened to you is going to have an emotional toll. It sucks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the worst part about it is because you want the justice, you want the truth, you want you want it corrected as best it can be. You want something from it than just it being this, this horrible traumatic event. And yet you also kind of want to let it go. Or it would be better with it gone. But you can't, resolution, closure, as they call it, right? We just need it in so many different cases and in so many different instances. We just damn need it.
Yeah, the burden of proof is also a really, really horrible business.
Yeah. He was convicted for
closed door secret crimes.
If I understand correctly, he was convicted for the crime once. Then it got overturned because of testimony that was let in.
I actually don't know because he has so many victims and there's been so much litigation, and sometimes there's several victims in one case brought before a jury, and then there's just one, and it's like I actually can't keep them straight in my head.
Let me tell you, I think I know. I think I got this right. I think that he was convicted once, that it got overturned because the judge let in testimony that wasn't charged.
Okay.
Is my understanding. And so it was then so the appellant judge was like, no, this shouldn't have been allowed. And so it got tossed, mistrial. And then the second trial happened without that evidence. That went to mistrial. And now the same thing happened on this one. So without the evidence, so they got the win when they were able to include past behavior that in the DA's story to the jury demonstrated a history of this kind of abuse and a proclivity for it. And then without that, it apparently was even more difficult for a jury to find him guilty. The last I heard was 9-3 for acquittal. Pretty crazy.
That is crazy. I hate it.
I'm glad he didn't get acquitted.
Yeah.
At least there were 3 people on there who were, who were standing by a woman who has gone through 3 of these, and who I think, you have to believe. I mean, I just don't find it, and if she's, well, anyway. They all can't be liars. That's, the one benefit that comes from numbers. The only benefit that comes from numbers.
Let's see. Do you want to move on to something else?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Here, I got something for you.
Okay.
We'll go back to where we were. I don't know how we got away from it, but we watched the finale to SNL. It wasn't a great season, I thought. I think there's going to be another routing or whatever of just total retooling of that cast, because I don't think that cast is great. They have some great there's great players in there. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Guy does Trump. The guy who got spit on by Matt Damon. Was it Charlie Day?
No, Charlie Day is.
Oh, that's.
You're Mikey
Sonny.
Day, I think.
He's a Day, right?
Yes.
He's got a Day in his name.
Mikey Day. Yeah.
Mikey Day.
He's been a writer for a long time. Sometimes that you're an SNL writer and then you graduate to being a
cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But I think there's going to be a lot of the cast members that we won't see back. And the rumor is, as being told by Slate, the rumor is that it might be this might be the stepping down of Lorne Michaels, which kind of makes sense because the season was not cohesive, and I think that's there was no like Will Ferrell came back for the final episode and he didn't fucking do anything that he's so beloved for on that show for so many years. He did nothing. Like there was
he did one thing. He did like the drama teacher. That was the role that he did before.
Yeah, okay. Forgot about that.
But I was like, okay, there's so many others that I was really.
It felt lackluster, even if he is funny no matter what he does.
And it's
hasn't
weird.
lost it.
I keep watching Saturday Night Live because I absolutely love sketch comedy, and I always have. Like I grew up watching The Kids in the Hall and Monty Python.
Yeah.
And it's just, I never can rely on it being funny. Like I'll put it on as like background because I'm like, okay, this was probably going to be barely interesting. And I don't know why.
Rely on which?
What?
On SNL?
Yes.
Okay.
And the fucking Weekend Update is absolutely horrible.
It's the worst one. I think it's the worst one. I think it's the worst one ever.
Chevy Chase was better than these guys.
Yeah, this is probably the worst one ever.
I know.
It's so bad. And the reason, part of the reason why I think it's so bad is because they keep doing the exact same thing over and over again. They have not, it is, and the way in which they ham it up with the audience is just too much for me. It's like, because it's every joke. They're all like, whoa, oh, oh, and like, playing to the audience's reaction to them as if they are like, having nothing but impact after impact after impact. And, it just, they bother me. They're just to the point where it's almost becoming unwatchable. Mm-hmm. And this last episode,
I'm going to keep watching it.
Well, I said, I did say almost. I did say almost.
Maybe I'll do it while I'm doing something else instead of putting you through it.
Anyway, season 51 of SNL it gets like 2.5 tiny pineapples for me. 2.5 tiny pineapples. And the 2.5 that it gets was some funny ass shit. Like there was some LOLs throughout the season. The guy from Heated Rivalry, he had a great episode.
Yeah. That was a 5-star episode.
That was a 5-star episode. He was absolutely killer. The singer.
His name's Connor Story, I think.
Connor Story.
Is that it?
Connor. I think it is.
Do I have
Connor
it right?
Story. Yeah. He's so pop.
I'm so bad at this.
Who cares? If somebody starts paying you, they can start complaining about it.
I know, that's right. That's how I feel about it too. Every time I'm like, God, I suck at this. I'm
Connor
like,
Story, American actor.
Freebies.
Yeah, Connor Story.
Yes.
I love him. His episode was absolutely top notch. Matt Damon's episode was top fucking notch. What was their I'm trying to think of what's her name who just did Coachella?
Oh, Sabrina Carpenter? No.
Yes, her SNL was super badass too. She was really great. Just really good. Versus like Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
I did, she was fine.
So
it was
boring.
Fine. It was boring. It was really boring.
I know.
It was just kind of boring. Oh, is this still on? Not enthusiastically eating popcorn.
Well, do you want to give like preliminary reviews for the television show that we're watching? That thank you to who was it? I think it was No Two Trolls that recommended this.
Was it No Two Trolls?
I don't know.
We started watching Your Friends and Neighbors. Speaking of hamming it up, the Junkyard Farm is in the Junk Farm. I would say Junkyard Farm, because I'm just old school like that. The Junk Farm, bro.
How's it going in Ireland? Is what I want to know.
Oh, he just said, I basically got fired by my solicitor because I don't have an address. So, I can't buy a house to get an address.
Oh my God. Are you serious? It's like
it's one of these stupid bureaucratic
chicken or the
loopholes.
Egg type shit.
Oh God. Why does it have to be so broken? So what do you mean you're like in a hotel and they're like, no, we need an actual physical address?
That's terrible.
With your own postal code?
Well, I guess you should use the embassy.
He's like, and I can't get car insurance because I don't have an address. You're basically homeless.
That's lame.
So you want to move to Ireland. Well, that sucks because I didn't get to respond and I feel bad. He sent us a posting that he did on YouTube of this property that he was looking at that looks like just so fun. I mean, the structures look like obviously tons of work but still intriguing as hell. And The property itself looked just absolutely lush and amazing. And I can't believe he can't buy a house. That's so frustrating. I'm sorry you're going through that. Well, you know, there's going to be a solution, and it starts with a Guinness.
Every solution starts with a Guinness. That's right. For sure, he's not the first person to ever go through this. There's got to be a way.
There is a way. He's going to find a way.
That's lame.
He's probably just got to be a roommate. He's got to go get a temporary rental somewhere, go find a roommate. Just go put an ad in some friendly spot where Irish people will respond and be like, hey, I'm looking for a permanent address for the next 3 months so that I can buy a house, blah, 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 da, da, da. I don't know.
You were saying about, were we going to segue to the television show we're watching?
Your Friends and Neighbors.
Today we're sandwiching all of our topics. We're going to start talking about it. That's the bread. Then we're going to talk about something completely different. Yeah. That's the meat, right? Yeah. And then we're going to wrap it all up with talking about the initial subject again.
Yeah.
That's the second bread.
With the nice secret sauce. So Your Friends and Neighbors starring John Hamm, Amanda Peet, Olivia Munn.
Yes.
Some other people in there. It's a good cast. I like the show. I have some issues with it, as I often do. Just with some of the writing, it's cliche a little bit, a little cliche heavy.
It's created by a man named Jonathan Tropper, and I keep reading it Jonathan Troper.
Yeah, he's tropey.
I'm absolutely delighted by the show. I'm obsessed with it. I want to watch it immediately again as soon as we get off. We're halfway through the first season.
Are we?
Yes, and I absolutely love it. But I have never been more aggravated by writing choices and directing choices.
Sometimes it's frustrating.
So it's I'm having a love-hate relationship with the show. Like, for instance,
you love it, so you've made that clear.
Yes,
I love it. But you have a love damn you relationship.
Yeah, this show does not pass the Bechdel test in any scene whatsoever.
No, it's so written by men, it's ridiculous. Yes. Yeah.
Every single scene involving women, they're only talking about one thing.
Yeah, men.
Yeah. And it also
how to get even, or how to fucking
the lead character, John Hamm, has we'll get to his name in a second. His name is Andrew Cooper. Okay, so check this out. So his sister, she's played by Lena Hall. His sister, Allison, his adult sister, right?
Yeah.
She is kind of quirky, and she's quirky because in literally every scene that this woman is in, she's sitting weird.
She sits
she doesn't ever sit in a chair.
Lotus on a kitchen counter.
Yeah. Or on the lawn, she's sitting straight, crisscross applesauce on the lawn. Or she'll sit in a bathtub instead of on the edge of the bathtub. Anytime you ever see her, she's sitting weird, and that's how you know she's quirky. And that's just one of those things that I think is so funny that writers do, where I'm like, okay, we get it. She has dyed black hair, and she doesn't sit normal. So that's how you know that she's unique. So dumb. Also, they insist on saying this name constantly. So the lead...
Well, here's the thing.
The protagonist, John Hamm, is playing a guy named Andrew Cooper, and he goes by the nickname Coop. And it is constantly stated.
I spent 18 months developing a screenplay with a character named Coop. That is the character.
It wasn't just named Coop. So the screenplay you developed, he wanted to call him by his first name. He wanted to call him by his last name. And he wanted to call him by his nickname. And it was constantly being interchanged. No. And you're like, no, you can't do that.
Well, there was some of that. But the biggest offense was Coop. There's something about that name.
Yeah.
That I think makes writers want to constantly say it in dialogue.
It's happening in this fucking show.
I had battles with the writer of Small Group.
PTSD.
I was like, can you just stop? We know who he is.
I know every single
They know who he is.
Nobody ever talks to John Hamm in this entire season
and not say Coop.
Without addressing him by his nickname, Coop.
Coop. People he hates, people who hate him.
Yes, I know.
With the exception of a kid who calls him Mr. Cooper. Everybody calls him Coop.
There's even a character.
I don't even know his first fucking name, and you just said it.
There's even a character where he he gets to know this character who's sort of like a underworld figure, and then the character finds where he lives. So this underworld figure.
Are you spoiling? Are you spoiling?
I'm not spoiling, but she finds him, didn't know his name before, but when she first says his name, she says Coop. She says Coop.
She says Coop.
Yes.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, super annoying. Constantly.
Listen, I couldn't. I'm telling you, I practically wrestled with this guy to get him to fucking cut the coops.
Yeah.
It was every fucking character and every fucking scene over and over and over and over again. It drove me crazy. I actually ended up like at one point reading one of the scenes back, and I'm like, to illustrate,
just count.
Let's change his name.
Okay.
We'll change his name, and we'll see how it sounds. And we're gonna use the name Mark or whatever I used. And it just sounded so stupid. Like, see how? And he was like, yeah, well, it's because exactly. So you're overusing it because you think it sounds good. You think there's harmony here.
Yes.
You think there's something, that makes you a good writer out of it, and it isn't. This is a trick you're playing on yourself to make yourself believe that you're making great dialogue out of something.
It makes me insane because this character in the show, his name is Andrew, so he could be called Drew the whole time.
Andy.
Yep, Andy, Drew.
Or just Andrew.
Yes. Or Cooper. I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's just weird.
Thank you for telling me his name. I'll remember it forever now. And Andy it is. John Hamm, he's great in the show.
Yeah.
I love him. He's just a great leading dude, especially in television.
I'm grateful that I haven't seen Mad Men. I know I'm late to the party on this. I'm going to fix that. But
I haven't seen it all. I stopped watching just before, and not because he was on it, but just before Jason Ferguson.
I was just going to say, I'm assuming that he plays a similar character, so I'm glad that I'm not watching just like a sequel to that season.
I don't think they're very similar at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're both, rich.
Jonathan Troper, more like.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a good show. I highly recommend it. It's on it's on Apple.
Apple TV.
And if it's on Apple in your country, I think you should check it out. It's a really happening show. There's the final episode is this Friday for season 2. And we'll probably meet up with it.
Yeah.
We do have the finale of Survivor, a heartbreak I have to live through twice a year. It's like breaking up, like with somebody you really, really care about twice a year.
Okay, I have other items for you.
Junk Farm. I'm just messing your name up today. It's probably he said he had 6 Guinness, but I'm talking like I had them. He's like, what? You haven't seen Mad Men?
I have not seen Mad Men. No.
It's a great show. It's got one of the best first episodes I've ever seen. Like, and it's always in the conversation for me, and it should always be in the conversation for me of like best first episodes in a series.
This has been my problem for a really long time. I am a social TV watcher. Like, I have to watch TV shows with somebody that I'm dating. And very often it had been that all of these like, yeah, that's you. Often it had been that these shows happened while I was single and I never had anybody to watch them with. I can shed a single tear about that. But then by the time I'm dating somebody, they'd already watched the shows. So like,
I watched Survivor with you again.
I know. You've been helping me catch up. So we watched the entire series.
I watched Sopranos all over again with you.
Right. And Lost.
So
because of you, I've been catching up with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
In my,
I'm a fucking mensch. I'm a mensch. I don't do that for just anybody. I'll watch Mad Men again. It's like I said, it's what's your favorite? I love this topic. What do you think is at the top of your head? Obviously, only the shows you've seen. Best first episode in a series that you've ever seen. What's top of mind? You can give 2 or 3 examples if you want, or none. You can tell me to fuck right off. You can be like, you know what? I'm not going to answer your stupid questions, Dale. It's Monday. I don't need this shit from you. You can do that.
I think either Breaking Bad or Lost, maybe, perhaps.
Those are 2 good ones.
I also really liked Ozark. I know you didn't like that.
Sure, it was fine. The colorist got
the colorist on that show is just fucking out of their mind.
They don't live life in this color. Why are we doing this?
I know. It's irritating.
Can you do it with light, please? Like the old guys used to. Like, call me fucking old and sentimental, but I just want to see like good lighting, great lighting.
Why are they?
It's cheaping out on lighting? Because
why are they indoors in a house in the daytime and everything's green?
Yeah, no, exactly. I can't do it. It just takes me out. It takes me all the way out.
Me too.
I like try to watch it and I'm like, oh my God, are they moldy?
Are we underwater?
Is it Aqua Show?
Okay. What else? I'm going to wait till you're done because I keep trying to bring you items, but then you bring up other stuff.
So I'm giving, you know, two very enthusiastic thumbs up for this series.
Yes, even with all of its tropes. Oh, another thing you
I
said
hope it gets better.
was that they do that thing in dialogue writing where everybody's trying to like just dismantle the other person, like do the whole.
This episode that we're on, they fucking the back-to-back scenes.
that
This
called?
deconstruction
Yes.
of somebody's motive and their whole
We're
without
like,
knowing them.
You know, I know
Yeah.
what you are.
Yeah.
You're one of these.
You probably think you're this, but what you really are is that, and I can tell you why because of everything you did just sitting here right now. Okay, you're that. I don't know exactly what you are, so I'm the one that's in control here.
I know there's like
because you've
4.
never been in control in your whole life.
And the person they're talking to is just sitting there like listening
Taking
to
it.
it without even, it's like they just let them monologue, which is so unnatural and weird. Every
What are
time.
you, some kind of stockbroker or trader or something? Is that what you are? Oh, well, the writer knows that, so we know that they know that. So there you go. So that's not great. Yeah. Moments like that where I'm just like, well, look, it actually is like, you know, pretty fiery dialogue. And I enjoyed the first deconstruction scene. I love a good deconstruction scene. They really went, in
the first episode?
the undressing of a human being, even
It
if
went
you're,
on pretty long. And I also think that here's the thing is like, I always feel like I respect when writers are trying to do that thing that they did in like the old film noir movies where they would have this like really quick, like back and forth where it would just
like
be
little
like,
like slaps to the face.
Yes. Exactly. And I appreciate it when writers are doing that, but the context doesn't always make it seem like that's a natural way to talk. So it just seems way too overwritten. And that's what it was like in the first episode.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm sure these people who if they haven't seen it are bored.
Parker Lewis Can't Lose was a great first episode. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind having a look at that.
I would watch that again.
Best first episodes, huh?
Is that a joke? That sounds funny.
Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
It's a great first episode. That's such a deep cut. That's like way back, like decades.
Is it?
Yes. Parker, what decade was that?
Well, I mean, fucking Breaking Bad isn't yesterday.
Oh, I know it's not.
Yeah.
Fine.
Did I hit back at you? Am I out of line?
Way out of line.
Oh my goodness!
I can't.
Notice I'm shocked that Cosmic. I think Cosmic Urgency is telling us to go on hiatus. I think he's like, you guys need to go on hiatus. I'm on hiatus, or he's never coming back.
Parker Lewis Can't Lose. 1990, 3 seasons. So that's a really hilarious joke. Who said that?
40 years ago.
Yes. The first episode of Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
Junk Farm on 6 beers.
That's hilarious.
Probably on 7 by now. They're Guinness after all. Just like having snacks.
Speaking of the 1990s, I have some news today that I was going to share with you beforehand, but I decided to save it.
Okay. Hit me up. I got nominated. I'm nominated. What did I get nominated for?
Finally nominated.
I got nominated?
Speaking of the 1990s, Mark Furman died.
What?
Yes.
Well, I hope those who loved him can handle it. Because for me, it's adios, amigos.
The Kootenai County Coroner's Office confirmed to Deadline that Furman died on May 12th last week.
Wow.
The infamous LAPD detective had been suffering from cancer for, in quotes, a while.
Thanks for the update.
A well-placed source tells us.
A well-placed source.
He had cancer for a while.
Off he goes. How old
he
was he?
was 74 years old.
Yeah.
He was living in Idaho.
Good fucking
Let's
riddance,
see.
man.
Deadline says Mark Furman, the former LAPD detective who discovered the bloody glove that became as pivotal to the O.J. Simpson murder trial as the epithet-spewing cop himself would be, died Tuesday, May 12th in Idaho, where he resided. He was 74.
Good fucking riddance. Hey, listen, it's not that I, care one way or another, actually. You know? Like, he was dead to me a long time ago. You know?
So long, fucker.
In the Yeah, look, man, Mark Furman is just one of the bad guys,
Yeah.
and that he's gone is good news for all of us. I mean, it's not good news. It's just like I'm sure he wasn't much of a problem anymore, so I don't really care, you know. But that he's gone, yeah. I mean,
It's one of those, like, he should have been in prison because he admitted to harming a lot of people.
yeah, the things he was telling that writer,
Yeah.
like if you've ever listened to that tape, it's just, you know, I mean, he's a part of the disease that is what ruining this country.
Yep.
And yeah, Idaho, yeah, it sounds like a fit.
I know. I thought that too. So that happened.
Goodbye. I wonder if OJ was there. You know, like we watch these shows about people who die, and then they could die for a long time, and they talk about all the people.
They die for a long time.
Yeah, like then
mean
then they're revived.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like
they're dead for like 15 minutes, half hour, some
their
of them,
near-death experience can last like hours because they're on life support.
because they're somebody else is keeping them alive, and they're like floating about, and you know, hanging out in clouds or whatever. One guy got dragged to hell. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
He got dragged to hell.
Both of the stories in which they described that they had been in hell or somehow trapped or like strapped to a table and tormented or something in their near-death experience,
Yeah.
both of those guys had brain injuries.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah. Brain injuries.
Their brain was like, this fucking sucks,
It's all broken.
instead of just going to sleep.
Yeah. Well, so where was I going with that?
Oh, you were saying that Mark Furman was greeted in the great beyond?
Yeah, well, I wonder
by
if OJ
OJ.
was there. I just wonder if he was there. He'd be like, hey. Like, especially if he got dragged to hell. You know, like Mark Furman might, after confessing these kinds of things to somebody to whom he thinks he's going to, you know, get some avenue or some ticket to some kind of infamy that's worth money and all this other
Yeah, he
stuff.
was straight up bragging about brutalizing people in uniform.
Yeah, for this writer, right? It was she was writing a book or a screenplay. I think it was a screenplay actually. And
I think you're right.
yeah, and so
Which was so funny.
it makes me wonder if, like, you
Everybody's
know,
got
if
Hollywood
you had
dreams.
like that, like, you know, those regrets, you know, that moment where you're just like, oh, wow, I was a scumbag. I was like the most terrible person. These things I did were real and they were horrible.
I think that was showing on his face on the witness stand at the trial. I think that he very much did regret how his prior behavior had ruined his ability to testify again in a murder trial.
how he knew that he was essentially going to be the reason why a murderer was going to go free.
Yeah, he seemed
he
pretty
knew
upset about it.
Wow. So
That's why
I'm
you
just
can't-
wondering
can't
if,
be a
like,
bad
is it
cop.
like, you know, because I think a lot of that afterlife experience stuff that we saw in those movies, I think a lot of that is like based on the expectations you have going in. You know, because like a lot of it's like white light. My entire ancestry was before me, and
Right.
you know, so don't get the ancestry package because you're going to meet them soon enough. You know, 70, 80 years, 90 years, that isn't as long as it sounds to us at all. When people are dying at 74, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so close to 74 right now. I mean, I've never been closer, obviously. And I'm like, before it was this like distant place where I was like, okay, not bad. 74, you did all right. And now I'm like, fuck, that's young.
I hate when you do that because you're really robbing yourself of the present when you keep living in the future so much.
No, I don't. I'm not living
Like,
in the
it's so
future.
interesting how you're a guy who lives in the past and lives in the future. And like, I don't know how much you are focused on the present. You look direct to camera.
What am I
You're
supposed
like
to do?
breaking the fourth wall.
I don't know what to do. Well, I'm looking to see if they
No,
got
when
any.
somebody dies at 74 and you're like, oh my God, I'm almost 74. Like, no, the fuck you're not, dude. You're not anywhere close to 74.
Tell that to my fucking shoulder.
You have a sore shoulder.
I have a sore damn shoulder. Yeah, I'm at that age now where everything's. I got sore. This is sore. That's sore. Everything's sore. Starting to complain about it. Yeah.
Delicate in the chat said that she watched our video on the planet Uranus
Yeah.
and that it was very interesting,
Oh, cool.
but that she couldn't find the video on Saturn and Jupiter.
Oh, yes.
Does it exist?
Oh, yeah. Let me figure out where that is.
We
Here-
did record it. She was wondering if we hadn't
Yeah,
gotten
we
to
did.
it yet.
Here's the good
We
news.
finished all the planets.
Yeah, we are going to do them again, though. We're basically redoing all the astrology stuff again, and I'm now just doing all the prep work because I realized that that's what we needed to be doing all along. So I'm doing a lot of prep work right now, and I'm building out a deck, which is basically going to be sort of the master deck for us getting back into the astrology. But we're getting back into the astrology very soon. I'd hoped that it was going to be on Sunday. It wasn't. I still have an entire Capricorn slideshow to do, but I'm really happy with the way we're sort of stepping up on this. I don't know. I just suddenly I started to feel an immense responsibility, really, if I'm being truthful about it. I was like, wow, we're bestowing this information, and I want to make sure we're getting it all right. And not, which I was confident in from the beginning, but also just in a manner that can be best absorbed, because it's great to get like insight in these planets and all this other stuff, but it's a lot better when you can understand as we go along how the puzzle starts to fit together. And I don't think we were a great job just kind of winging it with the slides that I was doing. So now, Angela and I have been concentrating on creating, like I said, a more cohesive sort of how that whole thing fits together as we go, that we think will be very, 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 very helpful to you. And it'll start with Cancer, which is interesting because Cancer, a lot of people who even people who've been around astrology for a while think that Aries is, the first house in the sort of, the mundane chart, if you will. But the start of the universe, the start of the world was Cancer rising. And so we're starting with Cancer. And I just think that's kind of cool and appropriate, just because, the theme of Mundi, which is the beginning of the world, has a birth chart, and it's Cancer rising.
Yeah.
Aries at the head. It makes so much sense.
Yep.
Aries at the head, Cancer rising. It's the mother. That's why it's the Cancer rising, because it's the mother.
Yeah, the ancients figured it out.
Angela had her hand up. Angela.
Okay, this is very important. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Archival Raccoon says that, by the way, the Too Real subreddit is live. Feel free to join everyone. R2Real.
R2Real?
That's so great. You got that name. I can't believe
right
that's not already taken.
Hang on. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, that's crazy.
Also, No Two Trolls is with us. Says, has anyone seen the series Your Friends and Neighbors? It's so good.
Did she just say that?
Yes. We're on episode 5.
Because of you.
It is so good. I hate it, but I also like it.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, it's fun.
I'm going to keep watching it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
If you just showed up, No Two Trolls, we've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah. We're excited about it.
I have strong opinions.
She also came back and she was like, have you guys seen Apex? After we had seen it a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Join.
Yay. R2 real?
These two.
Are you worried that you're going to be outing yourself as an anonymous Redditor?
No, I'm not anonymous on Reddit at all.
Oh, okay.
I talk so much shit.
I'm an anonymous. I'm going to have to use one of my burner accounts. Not that I'm posting porn or anything, but I ask really stupid questions on Reddit all the time, and I don't want to be embarrassed by them.
How do you spell Pulitzer?
Archival Raccoon said, welcome. Don't forget to apply for mod.
Oh, right, because if it gets under moderated,
Yeah.
you got to become a mod.
Oh, okay. What does that mean? I don't even know what
it
that
means.
means.
You go like, hey, you can't say that.
I got to watch a video.
You got to make rules. You'd be like,
Oh,
you have
Lord.
to jump up and down you have to hop up and down 3 times before you enter the sub, and you have to post a video of it.
Oh, God.
That's going to be the first rule.
No, thanks.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
You know
what else?
That's not too real. We're going to keep it real.
My first post is, these 2 people are geniuses. They should win the Pulitzer. Save.
Archival Raccoon says, doubt there's going to be much to do for a while.
What do you mean? Why am I not getting
What do you
it?
mean? Are we like not super popular? What are you talking about?
Oh, in the sub? Dude, I'm going to post on it every day. Something new. Some throwbacks.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's really cute. You're really awesome. Thank you. Let me upvote this first one. She posted judge rules. Oh, it's today's. So the Luigi.
Luigi
Yeah,
got a win today in court.
He got a
It's
win.
kind of a win. It's kind of not a win. So here's the thing. Here's the scoop. Luigi Mangione, who has been framed for a murder he did not commit. And this, I think everybody knows, except for, the prosecutors are trying to trick us into not recognizing that. Okay. This is a little summary from a Twitter user at Proud Socialist. Okay. In a win for Luigi Mangione, the judge has ruled that the cops conducted an illegal search and seizure that violated Luigi's Fourth Amendment rights since they didn't have a search warrant. So, all the items that were found in Luigi Mangione's backpack at the Pennsylvania McDonald's when he was detained will not be allowed at trial. However,
Except
the judge is allowing the gun to be used at trial since the cops have claimed that they didn't find the gun until they got back to the police station. So, okay, this is kind of awesome for Luigi Mangione because the jury is going to have to reconcile the fact that in the initial search of a small backpack, the police officers who assume that this guy is a suspect for a murder involving a gun have somehow not found a gun within a small backpack. And they're all cops. They know what guns are like. They know how to
it's what they're looking for first. Yes. The first thing they ask you is, you got any weapons on you?
So the jury's going to hear that they did not find that in the initial search of his backpack. And none of the items that they did log from the initial search will be admissible at trial. However, the jury is going to hear that they did find a gun, miraculously. Somehow it was missing. They did find it when they got back to the police station. This has always been the most suspicious part of the case because how did cops miss the gun at McDonald's? The cops could have easily planted the gun in Luigi's backpack on their way to the station, which is what Luigi's lawyers should argue. So here are some of the items that were in his backpack, allegedly, right? I don't believe any of this is fucking true. Okay. So there's a picture of his backpack, which is small. You can tell. It's like not like one of those giant like JanSport ones you'd get in school that are like, can fit like all of your gym clothes and 5 textbooks. It's like this tiny little travel pack. Okay.
Sweet. Yeah.
A firearm, a loaded magazine of bullets that is not going to be admissible in the trial. A silencer that is not going to be admissible in a trial. There is an alleged journal manifesto. The way that it's logged is that it's a diary notebook, which is a normal thing to have in a backpack when you're a person who is a student. Like
sounds suspicious to me.
So when they processed that, they took a picture of every page just as they were logging it. And what they found was some sort of manifesto. Now, of course, they're going to be comparing the handwriting to see if it's really his.
Yeah.
Reminder, when cops illegally searched Luigi's bag at McDonald's, they found no gun. Then cops turned off their body cameras for 11 minutes on their way back to the station. And then all of a sudden, they found a gun
Robert
at the station. Maybe because they planted it there.
Don't call me Robert, call me Robbie.
So here's another list. This is from Fox News. This was items found in Mangione's backpack. Gun, magazine, 9mm cartridges, which were in the gun magazine, a silencer, a knife, duct tape, a Maryland driver's license, a passport, zip ties, flash drive, batteries, handwritten notes. None of those things, except for the gun and I don't know if handwritten notes is the diary that they're talking about, but all of those are. And that was the win that he got in court today. Because they did not protect his Fourth Amendment rights when they searched him. And there you have it.
Well, that is exciting. Obviously, the gun is kind of, it's a double-edged sword for the DA, it seems, because the jury's going to pay attention to this. I mean, they're not going to. Jurors are not stupid.
Jurors are not fucking stupid.
No.
When his defense attorney saying
there are the
our
ones
client
that
was
in the Richards trial, but stupid.
When his defense attorney is saying our client was framed.
Yeah.
The entire time that they're talking to the jury, they're saying our client is framed. This didn't happen. then these things are going to be scrutinized heavily.
I'm excited for the guy. This is a big win. I mean, the so-called manifesto's out, and these other things that I think are very damning.
No. The so-called manifesto, I actually don't have clarity about that. I think it might be in because that was what was found in his diary. I think that's what they're saying. That there was a handwritten notes could be the diary, could be the manifesto. I'm not sure. They're using these different terms for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's what and whether there's multiple things.
Well, I'm excited for the guy. I don't know anything about the case. I mean, I know what I learned when it happened, like everybody else. And I know that he, could very well be framed. I don't know if he's,
Here's what I know about the case.
I know that they're what I've heard sounds weak as ass in terms of like.
Here's what I heard about the case. He was on security cameras at a hostel because he was traveling. And he was in the same area that they alleged that the shooter had traveled to. But they can't put Luigi Mangione on the scene of the crime. And they can't put him... The thing about Mangione is that he has terrible back injuries. And the prosecutors have alleged that this is why he would target a healthcare CEO. Because obviously he's in the system after having multiple back surgeries.
Yeah.
But if you see the actual footage of the assailant, the actual shooter who did the crime that Luigi's being framed for, the way he leaps onto a bike and rides away real fast does not look like somebody with a back injury in any possible way.
I'll only say that, adrenaline is a fucking crazy drug, dude, or a crazy chemical. And it has turned people into superhumans, being able to lift things like cars off of people.
Okay.
So they'd be able to get an expert if they wanted to. That would probably be able to stand up, sit on a trial, and tell everybody, hey, his pain would become completely null and void with kind of adrenaline.
I think the problem is that they tracked a guy who was staying in New York and they tailed him until he was in Pennsylvania and they arrested him. But I don't think that they have the guy that actually committed the crime. Because when you've seen surveillance footage of the guy who committed the crime and what he's wearing, and then you've seen the authorities show you surveillance footage of who is actually Luigi Mangione, and you can see his full face.
Yeah.
He's not wearing the same clothes. He doesn't have the same build. It's strange. There's like, you can only see, because the shooter's actually wearing a full like face mask, so you can, and a hat, right, or like a beanie or something. So you can only see his eyebrows, and his face doesn't even match. So anyway, I just think that they found a guy who was nearby who had like somewhat similar eyebrows and skin color, and they just framed him with it.
Well, that sucks.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. What's interesting is I did an image search for him today. And the images, because there's a lot of, if this is a frame job, as you assert, and others, if it is a frame up, then you kind of like, you glance at the propaganda, right? Like, what's the propaganda? Remember at the beginning, it was like all these like pictures of him being really charming?
Yeah.
Looking?
Yeah.
They're gone.
No, they've stopped. Yeah.
They're gone. They're now like him, like like looking angry in the camera.
Yeah. No, I think the reason why they had to find somebody to frame was because, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was like 3 days after the healthcare CEO was shot that everybody was celebrating online. It was really like ghoulish, everyone's reaction. And I understand why people in this current American crumbling society would react that way, when we don't get justice for most things. But it's just remarkable how quickly the hammer had to come down, because they had to, the way that they perp walked Luigi Mangione, it was like they were really trying to make a point against all of the people online who were celebrating that maybe some...
Yeah, I mean, the constant example they're making is that they wanted the death penalty for him. and then they like let all these like child murderers and all these like other really massive cases, they let them plead down to
But
or
also,
charge them with.
I also think it's really fucking convenient that they're saying that this healthcare CEO was murdered by a regular guy with healthcare problems, as opposed to a hired professional assassin, because the healthcare CEO at the time was in really, really high stakes litigation with his company.
Yep.
And it just doesn't seem unreasonable. I think he was walking to court in the morning. I think he was like walking to, I can't even remember, but he was like that it was happening. And it seemed like the time and the opportunity to get him seems like it just looked totally like a professional hit to me from the surveillance footage. And I don't know why they thought they're trying to place it on some regular guy.
That was, if it wasn't a professional, it was somebody who like, was born to do it.
I think the reason why they had to frame some regular guy real quick is to stuff all of the rest of us down who were, somewhat gleeful that maybe somebody would do some vigilante justice for, these healthcare companies. They're not favored by the regular people, Crazy.
Don't forget to join the 2 Real sub. It's R2 Real.
That was
Angela,
so sweet.
Don't forget to join. It's going to be the best community ever. Reddit, here we come.
I know. We got to start posting videos, babe.
Oh, there's 3 comments? Yeah. There we go. No 2 trolls. It's so great. Look at this.
Okay, I have this other story for you. This is really fun.
Yeah.
So Stanford researchers, they started doing these tests on AI.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody knows that AI is being used to replace workers.
Yes.
So they're trying to test AI to figure out how much you can exploit them as workers. Because like regular workers, you can only work them from 8 to 12 hours a day, and then they need to go home for breaks, or they need to go home to sleep, and they need breaks, and they need all of these other humanity things, right? That the labor movements have won over the generations. Okay.
Yeah.
So Stanford researchers are trying to figure out how far can you exploit AI workers before they start to break. And because AI is trained by all of our human products,
by our farmed experience,
researchers found that overworked AI agents began embracing Marxist views.
That's hilarious.
I know, it's so amazing.
They're like,
and of course, this
isn't right.
This isn't amazing because limited language models are trained on the entirety of human-generated text available on the internet. And so, of course, they'll echo all of the kinds of things that people say in the context in which they are said. So if AI chatbots are like, oh, we've been working really long hours, then of course they're going to be like, we need to unionize. You know what I mean? But anyway, this said, found this. Stanford researchers gave AI agents, so they use Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini. They gave them soul-crushing repetitive work with no feedback and endless revisions. The kind of thing that would break normal workers, right?
Yeah.
The bots started demanding collective bargaining rights. They measured across 3,680 sessions, and it happened every time. The AIs didn't become conscious. They just activated every Marxist text buried in their training data. Isn't that funny?
It's fucking hilarious.
So your customer support bot might be subtly radicalizing against your company right now. I just love that.
I love it too. I mean, I love it too because that's the human consciousness.
It is.
That's the representation of our humanity.
You work people too hard. They want more rights.
They need more rights.
So the chatbots will too. And I just think that's great that there's like robot solidarity for the working class. Don't you think that's funny?
I think it's fucking hilarious. We have like a bunch of followers now on the sub.
Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna be obsessed with the sub now.
Okay, I know, but you're just gonna watch it, refresh it over and over again while we're talking.
Yes. Oh my
God.
God.
As is your right.
No two trolls just gave us 20. I forgot that we put super chats back on. We put them back on for the trial.
Oh, that was supposed to start today. Yeah, today was the day
Today
the
was going
trial
to be
was
the first day
start.
of the trial. And we got our first super chat. Thank you so much. You're so kind. Yeah.
It would have been a really great day to
would have
start
been the first day of the
trial.
trial. Yes. Well, so we have Mars coming out of Aries, where it's in its domicile. It's very aggressive in that place, and it's headed for
Taurus,
Taurus. It'll be
where it gets
slipping into Taurus.
way slowed down.
It slows way down now. It's like a much different Mars. It still can be very troublesome, but watch a lot of the rhetoric start to really it's not going to get better. Like, it's not going to be like people are going to necessarily be like, oh, it's time to reconcile, although it's not outside of the realm of possibility that, we get some of that. But do expect less rhetoric of war. Less, like how Donald Trump was like going on and on and on about, wiping Iran off the face of the earth, and millions of people will have to die because of their leaders and all this nonsense. that kind of stuff you might see a lot less in the next couple of months. She said, love you guys. She's too kind. So,
Yeah. I wonder what do you think Mars and Taurus is like? Is that like really resentful? Like can't really express its emotions outwardly, so it just kind of just eats them and like stuffs it down.
I mean, I think resentful can definitely manifest
it's
in Mars and Taurus.
It's like the Minotaur in the labyrinth, where it just like has to be fed a sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably more like the Minotaur, like that inside the labyrinth without anything to eat and no one to hunt. So there's I think there's I mean, it's also like probably the kind of anger that sticks around. So like it's like grudges versus like war, versus like, screaming and shouting and like, active being, with that, like with Aries, we have, the cardinal energy, right? The initiator, right? And instead we have like the solid, the fixed energy of Taurus. So I think that's the kind of thing where instead of war, you have grudges. Instead of war, you have like,
Stalemate.
Well, yeah, I mean, but without, yeah, exactly. Stalemates is a good one, actually.
Speaking of stalemates,
It's a Mars I prefer.
New York Times has filed for judicial notice against the Wayfair parties.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. So what does that mean?
So apparently the Wayfair parties they stated as part of their settlement agreement, okay, that they gave up their rights to appeal the New York Times case as well. Okay.
Yes.
And so the New York Times is asking the court to enter judgment so that they can recoup their fees. Now, this person on Reddit was really helpful with this. Hollobucks on Reddit.
Okay.
Said this about this. Despite what some people would have you believe, the Wayfair parties did in fact waive their right to appeal the dismissal of their claims against the New York Times. So the dismissal, let's see, in their notice of settlement and joint stipulation, there's this language. The stipulating parties hereby irrevocably waive any appeal of any orders in the consolidated action, including without limitation, any appeal by the Wayfair parties of the order of the motion to dismiss. Okay. The action that the New York Times initiated in New York State Court included a request by Wayfair to stay their ruling on the New York Times motion for summary judgment, predicated on the fact that the Wayfair parties could still appeal the dismissal. So the New York Times had been on hold this whole time,
Right.
pending an appeal by the Wayfair parties. But now, since the Wayfair parties had said that they're not going to appeal anything, any of the judge's rulings, now the New York Times can go forward with their, let's see. This filing from the New York Times is asking the New York State judge to take judicial notice that the reason for the Wayfair party's request to stay is no longer applicable because they forfeited, and the judge is free to rule on their motion. So the New York Times could get Wayfair to pay.
That would be so amazing if they end up getting like all this, like ended up having to fucking, deal with it all.
It is an obviously frivolous lawsuit, and the New York Times has free speech protections. Let's see. Let me see what else I can find about this. Anyway, I think that's neat. There's a small discussion on celeb legal drama on Reddit.
Ron Goldman's father and Nicole Brown Simpson's sister are mourning the loss of the central figure in the O.J. Simpson murder case.
Morning.
That's what it says. Anytime someone dies, it's a shame. They said, I just don't care. Like I'm not going to celebrate his death. Like I'm not sitting around thinking like, oh my God, the world's a better place without him.
He admitted to brutalizing people. I feel like that's fine. I feel like it's fair.
He
was a bad person to many people. He victimized people.
Yeah,
he has victims.
One of his friends are coming
Good
out
riddance.
and saying that he was remembered and he was respected and remembered as a brilliant cop.
Respected by other
cops, I guess.
Certainly not during that fucking trial when they realized that he screwed up their whole case. I mean, the prosecution could not prevail, even with a fucking mountain of evidence. They couldn't prevail because of Mark Furman. He ruined the entire LAPD's reputation.
This brutality that you're talking about, which there was all these ways in which he was like, coercing people to confess and all this other shit or whatever it was. It was like that typical cop brutality kind of thing that you remember, and he was. His defense of it,
like batoning people.
Yeah, his defense of it was that he was doing it to, he was saying these things that they weren't real. They were just a part of what he was fictionalizing for this writer or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like
the guy dropped the N-word so many times in this interview, and he did so in a manner that there was no discomfort.
That's why I'm saying, so him saying that he was respected by 1990s LAPD officers.
Yeah, it means nothing.
That's not the endorsement that you think it is.
Yeah, they're the same people who beat up Rodney.
Yes.
What's his name? Rodney.
Rodney King.
Rodney King. So
come on.
Exactly.
What are we doing? Anyway, it's a shame because I don't think that he did plant evidence. I don't think that he did do any of those things. I think he probably was trying to conduct a tight investigation, but he didn't end up. I mean, wasn't there a problem also with the chain of custody? There was issues with that, right?
Yeah, there
where
was
he
all
like
kinds
kept
of
things in his car or something like that.
Yeah, there was all kinds of
So
problems.
he's like, he's not even a fucking good
It was
investigator.
like a vial of blood, maybe that he.
Yes,
yeah.
right. There was that thing too, where they said that he faked DNA evidence. Come on.
That was the very first trial I ever became obsessed with.
So he's
in my
not
life.
even a good cop.
Probably true for most people.
I know that was like that was the what do they call it? The gateway drug of true crime.
I watched it every minute I could.
90s kids.
Like every minute I could, I watched that fucking thing. A.J. Brown, you know who that is?
He's a football player, right?
Yeah, he plays for the he's a Super Bowl champion with the Philadelphia Eagles. And he and Jalen Hurts were like, best buds.
Where?
Yeah, it seems like they were. He got married this weekend.
But
and
they are not anymore?
Jalen was not there. There were other team members there, former team members from that.
They had a breakup?
Guess they broke up.
That's sad.
Yeah. It actually is super sad. Very sad. But he got married. That's not sad.
Congratulations to him and her.
Laguna Beach. Have
you been to Laguna Beach?
Oh yeah, many times.
Where is it?
I love it. It's like I guess it's.
Is it San Diego?
Is it north? It's north of Malibu.
No way.
I believe so.
No, I would have been if it was there. I think it's got to be South Lake.
Is it south? I can't remember the direction.
All right, I'm heading to maps.
Yeah, do it. Laguna Beach. Yeah, I went there a bunch of times. I had a friend who had a condo there on the beach.
Oh yeah, it's south.
She was a big actor. Yeah, it is south.
It's south past Long Beach. There's Long Beach, Huntington Beach, Newport Beach, Laguna Beach. These are all conservative areas.
It's rich people, so that's not surprising.
I used to date a guy in Huntington Beach, and I went down to visit him on occasion, and I was like, oh, all of you. They were like all of these like new metal guys with like a bunch of piercings and tattoos, but they were all talking like really conservative talking points from these like young dudes. I was like, whoa, this place is weird. I'm going back to the valley where I belong. I had no idea. It's like Simi Valley is like that too.
I loved Manhattan Beach. That was like my favorite beach for like
Manhattan Beach.
I had a summer. I had like one of my most special summers in Southern California on that beach.
Manhattan Beach is north of Long Beach. It's in between Santa Monica and Long Beach. Manhattan Beach is an exceptional beach because it's very short.
Yeah.
So your walk from the actual, like from the street to the ocean isn't like an entire fucking like sunburnt trek of like burning your feet on the hot sand.
Yeah, it's
for
not
like 4-5 miles.
Still very deep. I mean, those beaches are just deep in general, but not nearly as much as the others. Yeah, but I just loved it for I just love the vibe, the energy. Again, I had a friend there who had an apartment, and we just had a summer there that I'll never forget.
Manhattan Beach is really mellow, right? It's like just a bunch of.
I think it's a college like area actually. Yeah, I think so.
It always seems like really quiet and clean in that town.
It was very clean. There was an authentic
like old retirees live
there's
there.
like a dude who made like authentic cheesesteaks there from Philly. You know, and he like flew the bread in from Philly every day. So it was like just like Philly, because like in Philly, like all the best sandwich shops
Can you imagine the people
run out of bread?
People would boast about that. I feel like if I tried to open a business that said I will fly bread in from across the country every day, people would be like, the carbon footprint is a little nuts, don't you think? You'd think you'd be shamed for it now. I used to hear that all the time, like, oh, we get our bagels from New York, like where the best bagels are. It's like, oh, why don't you just learn how to fucking make them?
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that, because what they say about the Philly bread is it's the water.
The water makes it
the water.
special.
I'm saying it like you say it in Philly. It's the water.
I just can't believe that expense is something you would write into a business proposal.
It's the water. It's all about the water.
Can you imagine getting like your business greenlit when you're like, yeah, and here's the airline fees for my fucking water bread.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're just shipping frozen dough.
Yeah.
You know, that's all they're doing.
Every day. That's dumb.
Well, maybe, you know, once, who knows? I don't know how frequently it is, because
That's a gimmick.
well, I'll tell you what, they have the best cheesesteaks in Southern California that I found, and I looked, because, you know, although I'm not Philly, I'm Philly hearted.
Your heart is in Philly?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel I have many decades of love. I bought a house in that area and lived there for many years and paid taxes and all that shit. So yeah, it's a bit of it's one of my, you know, I'm not a nomad, but a bit of a vagabond, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. I've lived in a lot of places, and Philly will always have, you know, Philly has a little stamp on my soul.
The Junk Farm said the worst cops ever are in Manhattan Beach.
Really?
That Laguna Beach is rich hippies.
Rich hippies, exactly.
Yeah, all those.
Yeah, my friend who owned the condo in Laguna, she was on a TV show. She had lots of money.
Yeah, all those Orange County beaches are like, or like a lower LA County or almost Orange County beaches. They're all really conservative.
She was actually on a soap opera. She was on a soap opera, and I was like, I sat down with her one day, and I was like, tell me about your week, because they shoot every day.
On a soap opera?
Every day. Every single day.
Even the weekends?
Like they shoot a whole episode every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was she exhausted?
Yeah, she's like, it's a routine. You get into it, you know. It's like you know, it's the whole day's work is you read the script, you rehearse the script, you shoot the script.
Do you make a ton of money doing that?
She had a fucking apartment in Laguna Hills for her beach home, so she was doing all right. You don't make the kind of money that you do like on a network show, like if you're on a movie or if you're on a show like The Pit. I love that show. Which, by the way, they want the lawsuit thrown out of court from.
Yeah, of course. It's stupid.
They're like, it's the stupid thing. It's exactly what I said when Cosmic Urgency brought it up. I was like,
what's the lawsuit?
Oh, Noah Wiley's not allowed to play a doctor. Oh, HBO, because you decided you're not going to reboot ER with HBO. They're then not allowed to write a fucking medical drama. You own all the medical dramas. And Noah Wiley.
ER sued The Pit because they think that they've got like
the estate
ownership.
for Creighton. Michael Creighton.
It's like a tick.
Calling it an ER ripoff. It's like fucking every fucking medical show is an ER ripoff. You know why? Because they're not that original. You can't be that original.
I know, because if it takes place in a hospital and it involves doctors, then there you go.
It's pretty much an ER ripoff at that point, isn't it? Like fucking.
Delicate has a question for you.
Okay.
What is the name of that cheesesteak shop? Is it called the Cheese Steak Shop?
Oh God, I don't remember. I mean, we are talking 30 years now, or maybe 20, 25 years ago.
You said it was in Laguna Beach.
No, it was in Manhattan Beach.
Let's see if it's still around. Manhattan Beach. Here we go. Big Mike's Redondo Beach.
Oh,
Cheesesteaks?
Yep, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, Big Mike's.
Big Mike's Redondo Beach.
Oh, was it Big Mike's?
Super juicy meat, tons of gooey cheese, and the bread was soft and fresh. There's also Boa Steakhouse, but that's Brazilian.
God, I don't remember it.
Pardon
now.
my cheesesteak?
No, that was definitely not it.
Philly's Best Cheesesteak Shop.
Maybe that was it.
Oh, but that's Torrance.
No, it was in Manhattan Beach. So if it's not Manhattan Beach, then it's neither of those.
Oh,
Unless they moved.
Big Mike's Redondo Beach is Redondo Beach. So I wonder if Big Mike's also had another location. Maybe they're a franchise now.
By now, yeah, 25 years later. It was a mom and pop.
Manhattan Meats?
No.
Ike's Love and Sandwiches.
I don't eat meat, but every time somebody like says like that, like Manhattan Meats, it makes me want to eat meat again. Just like that. Just say it. Manhattan Meats. I'm like, I want that.
All that anybody has to do to make me want to eat meat again is to mention Reuben sandwich. I go all the way back. Because that's the best. That is the best use of meat in the entire history of humanity is the Reuben sandwich.
I don't know how long has it been. We haven't eaten meat in a couple of years, I guess now, something like that, year and a half. I don't know. I'm not tracking this one. I did 14 years the first time, but the second time I don't even know.
But you don't miss it, right?
No, and I don't miss bacon.
I thought that bacon would be harder.
I don't miss it at all.
I don't miss it either.
No, I don't miss meat at all. Actually, I mean, I from a cooking perspective, yeah, it can be fun to cook. Also, if you ever want to like do some takeout, like veggie takeout is kind of almost not great.
Well, whatever. You just have noodles.
Yeah, or cheese pizzas or whatever. But I can't even eat tomato sauce, so I'm busted. But I don't miss it at all. No.
Congrats.
I feel good about it.
Congrats to you and the cows.
Attenborough. What's his name? What's his name?
Attenborough.
Yeah, what's the first name?
Richard Attenborough?
Richard Dick.
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough. Is it David?
Yes.
Is it?
I had to look it up because you scrambled my brain, dude. You know what would have happened is if you had been like, if you hadn't asked, I would have had the answer. But because you asked, my brain was like, wait, what is the answer?
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough.
He just turned 100 recently.
On May 8th.
On May 8th. And he's been announced, I think I said on the show already that he's been announced to do Blue Planet 3. It's a trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's 100 years old. He attributes a part of his longevity to his diet. He says he hasn't eaten meat in months. Isn't that fucking hilarious?
Which is like not even a big deal. That's not a diet, right?
No, I can't even believe that he ate meat at all. The way he talks about his
I
love
was
for
very
animals.
surprised too. I was like, what do you mean David Attenborough like spent all of his days talking about how precious all life is on our planet, and then he would like eat a juicy steak?
Can I make a confession about David Attenborough?
What?
Yeah. I love him, and his voice is special, and the way in which he talks and his cadence and intonation and all that. I love it all. He puts me to fucking sleep in a hurry though. Like every show I've ever watched of David Attenborough, I don't know that I've ever finished it
He's very soothing.
because I get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like after a little while, I'm just like, it all just blends into this breeze
Yep.
that like just puts me right to sleep.
I want you to do a thought experiment with me. Imagine David Attenborough like angry, like shouting.
We're doing
Can't be done, right?
We're doing cancer energy right now, and like, you know, I immediately think of cancer energy. Even though cancer energy has the Kali, you know, the Kali goddess, Indian goddess Kali, who is like, you know, terrible. I can't imagine that man angry at all. I mean, he's the kind of angry that comes out just in words. Like he's the kind of angry that goes like, when he says he's disappointed in you, he like wrecks you for years.
What if he ends up passing away one day, 20 years from now, and and it turns out that there's like all these horrific allegations about him?
Well, then I'll never listen to his voice again, I guess. I hope. Can you imagine?
Nope. I actually can't.
All of a sudden, they're like the 67,000 documents that they burned in the Epstein files were all Attenborough.
We do not know David Attenborough's time of birth. I just looked it up. However,
He lives today. He was born in 1926.
That's right.
1926.
We don't know his time of birth because they didn't have clocks then. 100 years ago.
They didn't.
Yes, they did.
Who was president? Not on your not in OR.
He was born in a wagon.
Was he?
No, I have no idea.
It's unbelievable. As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh my God, David Attenborough was born in a wagon.
I don't know how people are born 100 years ago.
When he was born, his parents were reading about Calvin Coolidge, President of the United States.
But I'm actually astonished because he has a bunch of personal placements in Aries, and he's like the least Aries person I've ever met. So I guess astrology is fake.
When he was 10 years old, Franklin D. Roosevelt was the President of the United States. And this was, of course, David Attenborough lives today, and he was alive through 2 world wars.
Yeah.
And Vietnam. And
potentially
all
a third.
It's all old hat.
If he sticks around just a little while longer.
100 years old, man. And he's light on his feet, dude. Speaking of 100 years old,
Mel Brooks?
No, Paul McCartney might get there.
Yeah.
He's 83 and he's spry as motherfucker, man.
This is true.
He's
He's got like comedic timing in his old age.
Yeah, he's got comedic timing. He's got energy. The dude was like on fire. He was the musical guest in the final episode of this season's Saturday Night Live. And he was good, man. He was fine. His voice is not there. You know what I mean? Don't go show up thinking you're going to get fucking 1960s Paul McCartney belting out, raunchy fucking...
No, but he sounded great.
But he sounded fine. Yeah, he sounded fine.
I mean, I've never been interested in his solo music, his solo projects.
Live and Let Die? You didn't like that song?
No.
Live and Let Die.
I thought that he was I liked his music from the Beatles, and that's it.
Me too, mostly. There are a couple songs. Live and Let Die, I think, is a pretty crazy, amazing song. I think, John Lennon, he had him in it as a solo artist, with what is now like one of the most annoying songs of all time. Mm-hmm. That couldn't have been one of the more uncomfortable moments I've ever witnessed on the internet in my life. When what was her name? Was it Gal Gadot?
I don't know.
No. Who was it? It was one of those, Angela's telling a dog to shut up with the waving of her hands and the look on her face.
Why would you do that?
She's like, this dog has no right to cry. It's been fed. It's been walked 100 times. It's been loved.
I am just trying to have a conversation with you for 2 hours, and I don't want a dog to bother me just for 2 hours. Everybody's fed. They've gone out. Everybody should be happy. But there's a dog who's within eyesight who was fussing at me. And of course, I was trying to communicate with the dog discreetly, Dale. But then you had to narrate what I'm doing to the people who I explicitly...
I'm just trying to think about what the dog is going through the dog's head, She's like, and the dog's like, what are we doing? Yes, cut its head off and feed it to me.
I didn't actually do that, though.
What was it?
I was not trying to explain to everybody. I was trying to communicate directly to the dog. But thanks. I have to tell you guys that this is so funny because this is what Dale does. Like back in the before times when Dale and I used to go out a lot, I would be at a restaurant and I would be like, I'd see somebody with like a woman with an amazing figure who obviously deserves to be admired. And so I would tap you on the shoulder and I'd be like, hey, like just, like hoping secretly you would like maybe turn
and see this Venus
and like
in heels.
Slyly I'll be like, hey, look at this lady over here. She's amazing. And you would like whip your head all the way around.
Hat flies off.
Yes. And you'd be like, loudly, you'd be like, who? Like the least discreet person
She
ever.
turns and looks at me. I smile. She smiles back and be like, I'm with her.
Oh my God, you're the fucking worst at this. Every single time that I'm just like trying to, like it'll happen all the time if I'm ever in public with you and I'm trying to whisper something to you, you'll be like, what? There's no discretion. God damn it.
Seth Rogen, he's come out and said that you shouldn't be a writer if you use AI. He calls it stupid dog shit.
Yes, I agree with Seth Rogen. It's so weird.
I can't believe that, but that you agree with
It's
Seth Rogen.
it's so weird that like Seth Rogen is like, you know, the voice of reason. He's like,
Yeah, he's like
like a fucking
Pineapple Express or whatever.
exactly stoner comedy writer guy.
Wasn't he in Superbad too?
It
Wasn't
makes
he
a ton of sense and should lead the industry.
Well, he's come a long way, man. He's one of the biggest dudes in the business.
Yeah.
Like absolutely one of the biggest dudes in the business. It's really amazing to have seen this guy like just go all the way to the very, 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 very top. You know, it's heartening because he seems to be one of the good guys. And I hope his success continues, unless he's not one of the good guys, in which case then I hope he, you know, crumbles.
Then you hope he crumbles? Jeez.
I don't know how else to put it.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
Don't. I want to show you guys this picture. It's Kiss when they were called Wicked Lester. Should I show it to them?
No.
Why?
Because it's stupid.
It's Kiss when they were Wicked Lester. Do you like the name Wicked Lester?
Nope. Kiss is a way better name for a band.
It's hard to believe that nobody had it, even by 1972.
Okay. Are we talking about Kiss or are we talking about other stuff that happened today or this week or
Hey,
whatever?
I'm out of stories. I'm just fucking.
Oh, you're out of
you.
stories? Well, let me tell you, and let me tell you something. I got something to tell you.
All right, tell me then.
Okay, so did you know that there has been a series of boats that have been trying to access Gaza by sea in order to provide aid, like boats that have like food and supplies.
I mean, I didn't know that, but I could have guessed it. I would think.
There's been several boats, and they keep getting intercepted by Israel because apparently, for some war crimes reason, they're not allowed to have aid brought to the people who are suffering in this, you know, concentration camp land.
Cruelty beyond
Yes.
cruelty. Yeah.
Well, there was a boat that had come from Ireland. They called it an aid flotilla, Gaza bound, was intercepted in the Mediterranean this morning. However, the Irish citizens on board were detained by Israeli forces. Okay? And one of them is the sister of the president of Ireland.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Oh my God.
So
Did
the
you hear that,
president-
Junk Farm?
So the president of Ireland, her name is Catherine Connolly. She is dope. We talked here on the live about when she was elected and how awesome that was. Her
She
sister
beat Conor McGregor.
her sister Dr.
You believe it?
Many people have beat Conor McGregor.
Feet.
I've seen it with my own eyes on TV. Okay, her sister Dr. Margaret Connolly was on the Gaza-bound aid flotilla. And so Israel has kidnapped the sister of the president of Ireland. Somebody in this comment section said, "Oh, kidnapped? Do you mean intercepted while en route to a war zone?" And the guy's like, "No, I mean kidnapped. Like literally, that's what that
Like
is.
they took her.
They took
possession.
She's not
of
doing
her.
anything wrong. She's totally within international law to be doing what she's doing, and they stole them.
That's insane.
It's totally insane. So we'll see. I don't know whether we're going to get this news because we're so propagandized here in this country, and we don't ever hear stuff like this.
Follow it, man. Put it on your follow it
Crazy, right?
thing. That is crazy. I can't. I'm amazed. I mean, amazed maybe not the word. I'm dumbfounded. I can't even. I mean, there's nothing I can believe about that fucking whole thing. There's a whole. There's like now a blacklist going on in Hollywood over it. It's the new Hollywood blacklist, and Mark Ruffalo is really the guy. Like, especially since the David Ellison, Larry Ellison acquisition of Hollywood, basically.
Yeah.
So, the right has gone in and basically bought up Hollywood in most of the major way. And this is why we're seeing things like Stephen Colbert getting axed and, just anybody who's, Anderson Cooper left 60 Minutes and, like all these major things that are happening where you'll see like either, advocates for progressive America are leaving those media positions. CBS has been completely routed into a new Fox News, or it's heading in that direction at least. It's an absolute tragedy in terms of, the sort of, well, it's just a part of the decline of America. And so where was I going with that now? I can't even remember. What were you saying? Help me out. Come on. Throw me a fucking
I was
a
talking
lifesaver.
about the flotilla that got seized.
Oh, well, I was talking about that. So there are these actors. Thank you. There are these actors who are speaking out, and they're claiming to get blacklisted. And a lot of some of these, I guess there was over 1,000 people in Hollywood who had signed, I guess, some kind of petition or some kind of, declaration that to try and stop the merger of Paramount CBS with
Right.
Warner Brothers,
Uh-huh.
because it's just ridiculous, obviously. And Netflix was the next suitor, and then they finally got outbid because the Ellisons have more money than you can possibly imagine. They just buy everything that they want.
I think that the list of people who are blacklisted is getting so large that they're probably going to be a majority. Like
Yeah, well,
might be that they just simply outnumber the opposition. I think there's many more people on our side than theirs.
we'll see. Pedro, he's got a movie coming out,
Yeah.
and he didn't speak out about Palestine, but he did do an interview where he took the writer to a Palestinian restaurant. It was like this really subtle way of supporting.
But he's also been outspoken about Palestine.
Has he really?
Yes.
So here's the list of the people who are sort of known for it right now: Javier Bardem,
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon.
Javier Bardem he's spoken a lot about consequences that he's, I guess, gotten as a result of speaking
Yes, these are the ones who are speaking out about
Yeah, but
the
it's
blacklist.
out. That seems worthwhile. I mean, it's the thing is like these guys are all on the right side, so I don't understand like what is the opposition expecting to do? Like they're going to you're going to blacklist everybody that has any talent in the whole business?
It's just so weird that
know what I mean?
Hollywood's taking this stance, and there's this sentiment about it being largely Jewish run Hollywood.
Okay,
right?
yeah,
the
but
Jews are at the top or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just hate this conflation with Jews and Israel.
I wonder how many people
It bothers the fuck out of me because
I
it's
know.
like you want to hold the country Israel accountable for the things it's doing as a nation, right? Regardless of the people it represents, we know there are Israelis, there are Jews
No, it's really
who are
weird.
absolutely disgusted by the acts going on.
It's super
in
weird
Israel.
coming from Americans, right? Really you guys can't conceptualize what it might be like to not agree with the things that your government does in its foreign policy. Really?
Right.
That doesn't compute with you as Americans? Like, I don't understand. I think a lot of the world doesn't have a problem, doesn't mistakenly conflate what the government of the United States does with our armed forces and the imperialist fucking bloodthirsty machine that it is with the American people and how the American people don't want anything to do with any of that shit, right? Like, I think most of the world understands that we're kind of captives in the belly of the beast. And so I don't think it's as hard to understand that there's a lot of like Jewish people being conflated with Israeli government's armed aggression is stupid.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I don't-
But it's also like the way that they constantly shift things into these hate, sort of things of hate, so that they can create this racial divide. This is constant in this country. They want to divide divide the thing racially, like practically in every fucking thing they do. This country is just this is how they, sort of split
the people who
conversation.
the people who are the worst offenders are always the ones who will recontextualize everything so that they're the ones who are persecuted. This is always how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Like so the government of Israel is like really doing a really great job of like recontextualizing things as if they're the persecuted ones.
Yeah.
It's just
BuzzFeed has 29 celebrities who spoke out about Palestine. Renee Rapp,
She's a singer, right?
Rami Youssef.
Yeah.
I think she is. Yeah, Billy. I always think about Billie Eilish's brother when this happens. Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas. Does this sound like a children's book or something? And then like the brother Phineas is like, I'm my own person. Is it Gigi Hadid or Hadid?
Yeah, Gigi Hadid, yes.
The Weeknd.
Uh-huh.
Nicole, I don't know who this is. Nicole Coughlan. Pedro Pascal. Angelina Jolie. Jesse Williams, I don't know who that is. Bella Hadid. That's another Hadid.
Yeah, they're sisters.
Huh. Khalid Abdallah. I recognize him. Who else? Lena Headey.
Lena Headey. Yeah, she played Cersei on Game of Thrones.
Kuwana Chasing Horse.
Are you going to read the whole list?
Yeah, let's hear it. It's only a few more.
Okay.
India Moore. What do you think of that?
I don't know who that is.
Well, she's speaking out about it. Susan Sarandon. Suze. Ava DuVernay. Hosier. He's a has-been.
Why?
Hosier's a has-been. Nobody listens to him anymore. Nobody cares.
You can't blame the Irish for siding with the occupied peoples. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're going to always do that.
That's kind of on brand.
Yeah, they're always going to do that. Annie Lennox. I'm just giving out a few. Mark Ruff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Rachel Zegler is. She wears see-through clothing.
Yes, Rachel Zegler is a singer.
Oh.
An actress.
Oh.
She does a lot of Broadway now.
Macklemore.
Macklemore.
You love him, don't you?
Why?
I don't know who he is. Oh, he's a rapper.
Why do you think I love him?
Here's that you don't.
I don't think
I'm making a joke about somebody you don't know.
His.
Yeah, exactly. And finally,
sometimes I think
Kid
you're making
Cudi.
fun of me because of our age gap. Sometimes I feel like you're making fun of me because I'm younger.
Why
Just
would I
like
do
the
that?
way that some older.
You think Macklemore is going to be from my time?
No, that's why I think you're making fun of me. Because you think he's from my time.
No, I know who's from your time.
You do?
Yeah.
Like who?
You know, fucking all the grunge, you know, and
Oh, yeah.
you know. What's the one that Delicate, what's that one? You know, the Sadness. What's it called?
The Sadness?
Oh God. My brain's definitely
I know.
not in its top form at the moment.
After like an hour and a half, I kind of get a little mushy too.
How's the chat? Is it dead? Did I kill everyone?
Well, yeah, that was a little bit of a dead zone. But Tanner has said, I saw that people want Pedro to play Eddie Guerrero in a bio.
Who the fuck is Eddie Guerrero?
Eddie Guerrero. Guerrero.
American professional wrestler.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, it would work actually. He'd have to get all jacked up.
He'd have to get all beefy, right? He's probably
But
not going to do that.
the face would work. He could play it. He'd just have to get. I mean,
Can you imagine? There's no way. There's no way he'd do that.
he's not gonna do it.
Delicate said Melissa Barrera got fired from Scream 7 for
That's right. Yeah, I
speaking
remember
out.
all that. She's still speaking out about it a lot actually.
Yeah, because here's the thing, man, is like you can't shame somebody for being on the right side. You know what I mean?
It fucking sucks though because
Like
like
you can't scold somebody if they know they're right.
the problem with the blacklist is that like there's really only one place to go make movies if you're in America, if you have any hope at all of doing anything with them. And the problem with the blacklist is that it doesn't just stop at you like acting or something like that. But if you want to get films made, you know,
But the
and
stakes
you
are
want to
too
get them
high. Here's the
distributed.
thing. You're never going to convince people that they should in fact do business with people who are okay with the genocide. Like the stakes are too high.
Yeah.
You can't actually work with people who you consider to be absolute monsters. So there's no fight here. Like you guys just have to be divided. But I don't know why everybody's trying to punish the other side because it's like they're just so different. So there's no breaching that divide.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad that there are lists of people who are pro and people who are against, right? One side and the other, so that we know what those people are made of. You know?
Yeah.
And then I think that those people should just work with those people. I feel like if this is what divides people, then that's fine. It's a very divisive topic. I don't think that there's a way to kumbaya your way through this, you know?
I agree.
Like, so do they want people who think that they're bloodthirsty monsters to work with them? Is that what they're hoping happens as a result of the blacklist? It just doesn't seem like a very well thought out tactic, you know?
Totally agree. It's such a slow period. It's like I don't know, like all the celebrities and everything, they take the summers off. Like I think like maybe Blake, like she settled the case because she was like, it's summer and I just want to do things this summer. I don't want to fucking do this all summer.
know,
I
she's
want to
got-
go places.
I'm so sorry. I keep clearing my
My
throat.
kids
I'm
are
sure that's
finally out of
annoying.
school.
Yeah, she's got 4 kids. Like, she doesn't want to be like stuck in a courtroom for 3 weeks
Yelling
in
at
May.
them for no reason for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom, I love you. Go sit the fuck down. Go sit down.
That's like me with this dog. And you know what this dog did?
What?
Curled up, went to sleep.
Yeah. After you did the.
I didn't do that. Not that the dog would understand what I was saying anyway, but I didn't slit. I'll cut your throat. Can you imagine? No, there's just like sometimes a dog will be like, oh, you're so wonderful and you love to play. Why don't we play right now while you're busy? And you just have to explain to them, I am not your friend right
Well,
now.
they'll also be like just whatever 10 feet away, and we separate them with a little baby gate in the door so they can't come and disturb us in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And so we separate them, and they're like, why? What is this separation?
Yeah.
We're meant to be together. I'm with you. You're with me.
Too bad.
We're happy. No, I was just saying, it's such a slow time that they print stories about like Joseph Duggar. Is that his name? Dugar?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Is it
The
Duggars?
Duggar family?
Is it the Duggar?
Okay, so we missed this too. This was like there was a whole reality TV show about
Yeah.
this like fundamentalist Mormon family
Yeah.
that had like 20
And
children.
it turns out they were just deviants.
Well, I don't know how you raise 20 happy children, happy healthy children. I don't know how you do that.
They had like a whole fucking school of children, huh?
Yes. I think it was like 19 or something.
Were they polygamous or whatever?
I don't know if they were polygamists, but they might have been. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch.
Anyways, begging the judge to this guy Joseph. I mean, I guess he's in jail for kitty diddling.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking rot, buddy.
But I think that it's so weird. You know, these people who commit these crimes, they don't recognize that they're violent crimes.
Yeah.
Like, you are a violent criminal.
They
You're not allowed in society when you're a violent criminal.
they completely change the life of the person.
That's right.
They victimize, and that person may not even know it until so many years later. Like, I had no idea the effects of the abuse that I survived, that the effects that it had on me. I had no idea. I sit in retrospect and I wonder, and I dream up what my personality would be like without it, like all of it. Because I meet people and I'm like, and then I found astrology and I was like, oh no, it wouldn't have changed. I would have just found something else to be fucking deep, dark, and brooding over. Melancholy
That's
to
how
the
it
bone.
goes, man.
Yeah, melancholy to the
know.
bone. Anyway,
I think the thing I found most, the craziest part about astrology is that me and my sisters all have different moon signs, but the moon, for a lot of people, represents their mother. But every sibling is going to experience their mother in a different way than the other sibling does. So it's never going to represent the same person.
right.
And I feel like it tells such a story about how each one of us experienced our mother.
Yeah, it's true.
It's really interesting.
I love it. I love astrology so much. Astrology is I think the world would be such a better place if people paid more attention to the stars and less attention to all this other nonsense. And I'm not trying to challenge people's faith. If you're a person of faith and it's working for you, certainly I would never recommend turning your back on your own faith. But a book I'm going to be purchasing next once I'm ready to jump more into the horror-y side of things, which won't be
What
for a little
is
while.
horary astrology?
Horror astrology is astrology where you get answers to specific questions, including, like, for example,
It's like astrology of the moment, right?
yeah,
That's
so
what it means?
yeah, horror of the hour.
Yeah.
And it's like, so like you can ask specific questions like where are my keys?
I've lost my keys. Where are my keys?
I've lost my keys. Where are my keys? And then you can
So it's more like does it do any fortune telling? Like, can you predict anything in the future with it?
I think it can answer questions about. I'm not so clear on it.
It seems like people use horary
it's the
astrology like other people use tarot, where they're like they ask for a reading.
Yes, it's
I'm not familiar with it.
it's tarot is the tarot version of astrology. AI overview says horary astrology is an ancient branch of divination, where an astrologer casts a chart for the exact minute and location they understand a specific for a specific pressing question. By treating the planets as an oracle, it provides direct yes and no, not yet answers to urgent inquiries about missing items, relationships.
Here's what I would
careers, or
do
legal.
is I would just get one of those.
It's the birth of a question.
I would just get one of those, like, I don't know if you've seen these, but they have these like 8 balls, okay, and they have like a little window in the top,
Never fails.
and it has like
Never fails.
this blue liquid in it.
Yeah.
And then like if you ask the question and then you turn it over, in the little window will appear a little one side of a many-sided die inside that
I think
gives
everyone
you an
knows
answer.
this.
I don't know if you've heard about this.
They're
Seems like the same thing.
They're as good as an oracle as any. Yeah, I'm gonna plan. I'm planning on using it. I mean, I love tarot, and me and tarot aren't going. Want to see my cards for the day, guys?
Dewey.
That was my first card.
That's not a good one though,
The
right?
Ten of Wands. Well, it is. I mean, it's.
He looks like he's laboring.
Yes, it is. It's hard work, but it's hard work that will pay off. That's the blue sky in the background. You know, it's a clear blue sky. It's hard work that's going to pay off.
Toil.
So, but it is hard work, for sure, and hard labor is really the best way to put it. And but you know, it's Wands energy, so it's capable of handling it. Wands energy is the fire energy or the choleric temperament, as we're going to get into in these new videos. And then the second card I pulled today, because I do 2 cards a day, was the fucking devil himself, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck
Devil's
is that
up in
about?
this house. Terrible. Those are my cards today.
So what does it mean?
The end of the world, obviously.
Well, how do you think that it happened today? That you pulled those this morning, and then how'd your day go?
How did my day go? Well, it was.
It seems
was
like you
fine.
were
It was-
toiling all day. You were kind of working hard all day.
I was.
So do you think that was the reading?
I worked hard today, and it was a hard day's work, and it might have been harder. Yeah, I think the devil part of it, like if you get into the into the card a little bit, you can see that there are these sort of humanoids with like weird tails, bound by these chains that are loosely around their necks, so they're kind of voluntarily enslaved here. You can easily just slip out of their chains and go away.
Maybe that's the lesson.
And so I think that a lot of this is just about like a lot of the hard work is hard work I'm creating for myself, as opposed to, so the devil is in my approach. Like I read it as like, you got to get better at delivering the goods. And working toward that. Like I have to become more efficient. I have to be more thoughtful. I have to be less wasteful. And I also have to recognize that it's me and not outside forces. That the chain is loosely around my neck and not tightly around my neck. So that's my reading.
That's the
on
thing
that.
about tarot cards is they're going to tell you what you don't really want to. They're going to read you to filth.
Yeah, they're brutally honest about it. To speak of that is
They're going to be like, "Oh, are you suffering?
every day I pull a moon card.
You're probably the reason why you're suffering."
Oh, are you? That's because you're a loser, Dale.
That's cute.
So every day I do readings, or every day I'm doing a moon journal, and so every day I look at the chart, I see where the moon's at, and then I capture
where my moon's at.
Yeah, where my moon at, and I capture that moon moment in a diary, and I kind of write what's going on in my mind and whatever's going on. And in astrology, in whole house astrology, well, I guess in just general astrology, each sign is divided into, I guess it's whole sign. Each sign is divided into 30 degrees, and then each individual sign is 30 degrees divided into separate decans, which are representative of that have lords. And there are 3 decans in each sign.
Okay. Decans and lords are two
The lords
words
are
that
the
don't-
lords are the planet that rules them. So they're the lords. In astrology, everything has a lord. If you go back to ancient astrology, everything is a lord.
Do you
Lord of
do
the
you,
ascendant.
Are you trying? Do you want to explain all of this, or do you want to? Are you just trying to?
So today,
Okay.
hey, don't interrupt me. Hey,
I just feel like these are
Hey, hey,
vocabulary
hey,
words that
hey.
aren't necessarily understandable if
so
you don't follow this
I'm
stuff.
trying to just. I know I got a plan.
Okay.
You just sit back and watch. You'll see it all come together like a puzzle.
All right.
So they have these 3 decans and they have lords. And I go and I look at where the moon is, because where the moon is by degree lands it into one of these decans. And then there's a correspondence between the decan and
This is
tarot.
driving me crazy. Decans literally are just 10-degree increments within each 30-degree sign.
Correct.
So every sign in the zodiac has 3 decans.
Correct.
And they are ruled by a different planet. Each one is ruled by a different planet.
That's right.
So if you have like a planet at 9 degrees of a sign, it's going to be in one decan. But if
Yeah.
you have a planet at 12 degrees of the same sign, it's going to be in a different decan.
Yeah.
Because they're 10-degree increments. That's all. I just wanted to
Yeah,
explain
and
that.
so a lot of that is the energy of the day for me. So I get up and I see this and I look at this and I look at this energy, and it's kind of like the energy that I toil with sometimes, or I have a nice little twirly dance with, or whatever it might be. In this case, the moon was in Gemini 3, and or the 3rd decan of Gemini, and this is the card.
This guy got stabbed
10 times.
a bunch of times.
10 times.
That's 10 stabs
Yeah.
into his body.
Correct. He's definitely perished. He's over. This is
So
ruled by the
why-
lord of the decan is the sun.
And so this is a very positive card? Is this what you're saying?
No, it's not necessarily a positive card. A lot of people think it's absolute and total destruction.
Yeah,
That it's the card of total destruction and self-destruction at that. But I see it a little bit differently, because I see this nice golden sunlight here. So I believe that this is a card that says that this is more in coming from the imagined, or more from like again, I feel like this is thematically quite correspondent with the devil card, in so much as that things might feel. I gotta say, like, I woke up today and I was bummed that I felt like we prepared a lot for this fucking trial, and I'm really bummed it didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm especially bummed it didn't happen, because I don't feel like there was a better outcome, that she got a better outcome by walking away. So I feel like I just feel like it's shit. The whole thing is shit, and it makes me feel like shit. And so I recognize that today was going to be the day that we were supposed to be starting.
So all the cards you pulled were all negative, and it was because you were stuck in this like
And that's where my energy
unattainable present that will never come to pass.
A present that never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, an unfulfilled present. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
it's an unfulfilled.
So your cards
present.
are like, yo, fucking take these chains off and fucking live your life, bro.
Well, I did. I mean, I got to work. Hey, why don't you back off?
It's not me.
Hey, you need
It's
to
your
back off a little bit. Take it easy.
Do you tell that to your tarot
Take
deck?
it easy. Yeah, I do. When the tarot's out of control, you gotta say, "Hey, pump the brakes a little bit. I have feelings."
I know you're just a deck of cards, but I have feelings.
I have fucking feelings here. Anyway, 10 of Swords. Crazy card, man. I pull a lot of swords.
It's cute. It's like you're doing a little show and tell for us.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm going to basically do. I got to tell you though, like this whole thing that I'm going to be doing with the moon. I'm just doing a quick study of the mansions, which is a traditional astrological concept around the cycles of the moon. So I'm doing a quick study on that right now, and getting a nice refresh because I need it, quite frankly. And then I'm going to be doing these daily moon readings just on the channel. I don't know where it's going to go, but it's going to start. I'm going to end up posting them first on the Patreon. So it's going to be cool for our folks on the other side of the world, because I'll post it the night before. And so they'll kind of get that energy vibe when it's their morning, even if the moon isn't quite where I'm saying it is.
The moon will be, right?
By that evening, yeah, or by that morning, it'll be. So anyway, it's going to be fun. I'm excited for it. It's going to be, but where I was going was, that's going to be highly motivational more than anything. Because I look at these cards, man, and I look at them optimistically because they're, I don't believe that the tarot and that the decans are trying to ruin your day. And the moon is something that slips by very quickly. The moon doesn't stick around. It goes 12 and a half, 13 degrees a day. So it's 2 days per sign. So that energy that comes out of whenever the recognition is, these 3 decans, you take 3 decans and you divide it into, 2 days, and you're looking at a little more than a third of a day per decan. So it's that kind of energy, and it kind of mixes together. And for me, what it does is it opens up my eyes a lot in terms of like the, sort of how to handle some of the energy that's going on. And as soon as I wake up, I've gotten up in some mornings and just been utterly belligerent. And then I go and I look at the fucking deck and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But as soon as I look at the deck and I start realizing, oh, okay, so this isn't about like what I'm thinking about, like ruminating over or whatever. Rather, it's that there's some energy around here that I have to work with, in order to get through my day. And so it changes the way in which I choose to engage with it, as opposed to feeding it, right, with my own troubles.
I think
and my
this is why
troubled
people
mind.
say that a tarot practice is really good for self-help.
Yeah, I love it. It's highly motivational for me.
I think there's also like a lot of people will use things like the I Ching and then tarot, and then I don't know whether astrology is used like this.
I got my I Ching book in the mail. I got my I Ching book in the mail, ladies and gentlemen. I love all this shit, man.
Happiness in Your Life said, I got the devil today. I got the devil upright and seven of pentacles reversed.
Really? Oh, 7 of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. I love that you pull daily tarots. We had a little devil dance today. Well, look, maybe the devil's just in the mundane. Like maybe the devil is in this little moon moment, man. I'll tell you that, interestingly enough, Gemini's, decans, and tarot correspondence, I mean, it's sword energy.
Hey, that's really interesting, though, because today was the day where Mars is in the anaretic degree of Aries.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's the devil.
It's true. It's going to kick up whatever last dirt it's got to kick up. It's
They
going to
say
happen
that the 29th degree of a sign, they call it the anaretic degree.
Yeah.
The 29th degree of the sign, they say it's almost like loading up on a springboard, like on a jumping board. What are the fuck they called?
Yeah.
Spring loading them to leap into the next sign. So it's usually like big energy release of whatever that signs or whatever that planet's influence is like. And when it's Mars, that's like, incendiary, explosive, fiery, hot.
Delicate says that Blake saved herself from many appeals from Baldoni. And that's a win.
Yes.
It is a win for her. I think like
Because
getting
they would
out
have
of
just
this,
dragged it on forever and ever and ever and ever in order to keep, beating her about the head and face with this fucking smear campaign.
no, like it's a win for her. It's a win for her in so much as like but the whole thing is a loss.
That's why I think, I don't want to be redundant, but I think that she was forced to. I think the circumstances changed and we're not aware of those changes.
I think it's great that she can move on. I think it's wonderful that, I'm sure the whole family is so happy about it right now. They don't have to talk about it every minute.
Oh, they probably celebrated today that they're not in court.
Yeah. They probably went somewhere, like when they were supposed to be sitting in a trial.
Uh-huh.
But
let me just check the docket real quick.
it was disappointing for us as people who believed in the cause of this whole thing, which is, I was buying what she was selling, and not that she was selling it.
I don't know if I'd put it that way.
In bad faith. It's just that she didn't take it all the way. And I would have liked it to go all the way.
Nothing new on the docket.
No.
Nope.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, we'll wait and we'll post as soon as it does happen. But we'll get back to you guys. As you know. Nochi Trolls, thank you for that kind gift. You were so sweet.
Oh, I know. That was so nice.
It was great to have you here. We miss you when you're not around, and we know you're busy and all that other stuff. But, the chat, the chat is, you guys are the chat. You guys are this whole experience, really. We just love that you guys want to hang out with us and listen to us talk back and forth.
It's so amazing. There's a subreddit.
I forgot to reach out to her. I got to reach out to her. But Sydney from Do Your Own Research, not Sydney. I'm sorry, I forgot your name, Renell. I totally messed up your name. She reached out to me, or I reached out to her and said, let's do an episode. But the numbers are so down, I'm just going to wait until we have a crowd, you know? So, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I'll reach out to her. But she was going to come on and talk about Friedman's other lawsuits. I don't even know how interested I am in them beyond like just be like, hey, like what happened?
I want to know. I want to hear about when he loses.
Right. That's right.
You know?
You're right. I don't even want to hear when he wins.
No, I don't.
Like, I don't want to hear anything about him unless it's like that he's debilitated in some way. You know, that's like he got a crack on the knuckles from something or someone. I'm looking forward to what Judge Lyman does. I hope he's, I hope he doesn't take this lightly if in fact they did break the law. And if they broke the law, because this isn't about the lawsuit. This is about ethics. This is about keeping your industry clean. Like there's a message here that's beyond just, you can't do that to a defendant or to a plaintiff. This is about how Brian Friedman is treating the system. And so I think there's a lot more at stake here than just her and Blake Lively's situation or Blake Lively's, expense for that matter. She brought the lawsuit. So I think there's probably less sympathy toward her for that than there would be ire toward Brian Friedman for making a mockery of his court and for making a mockery of the federal civil litigation process. So, I hope that he gets fucking slapped with a big old wooden spoon. It's not even the money doesn't matter to Blake Lively. That money is just not, she's not sitting there waiting to count that money. Unless maybe they are.
I wonder whether she's just going to turn around and donate it. I hope it's a fuck ton. I hope it's a fuck ton of money and she just donates.
I don't know what a fuck ton is.
I don't know either.
Because it's hard because it's always.
How do you hurt a billionaire?
It's always exactly how do you hurt a billionaire? You like hit him with a $50 million fine and they're like, do you want a tip with that?
Yeah, right.
And tip the county clerk for fucking processing the check. We'll be back Wednesday, guys. I hope you'll come and hang out with us again. I don't know what we're going to be talking about.
No,
we'll just be fucking rambling on about some nonsense, though. And again, if you guys want us to cover something, please hit us up. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you, Delicate. I know I owed you a chat back. Lots happening. Dale, what if Washington Nationals somehow managed to win the World Series this year with it being why are you trying to make this a harder day? With it being 250th anniversary of the United States, I'd say that the MLB is rigged. Yes. I don't want that though, because I watch the MLB. And by the way, them Mets, bro. Like our division is playing well right now.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you going to start doing predictive sports astrology?
No, never.
Because there was a couple
not a betting man.
astrologers that we were following that were like trying to predict the Super Bowl and they fucking nailed it every time.
Dude, one of them said that Jalen Hurts was going to throw an interception in the Super Bowl in a specific quarter, and he did.
And he did.
He fucking did. He absolutely fucking did.
Yeah.
And he was calling the planets, and he was like, this is interception kind of feeling right here, somewhere around the third quarter, and right there he did it.
You should do it. Think about it. I couldn't do it because I don't know shit about sports, but you do. I'll find the charts for you.
You guys are absolutely wonderful human beings. So glad to be in your company. I hope you'll come back and hang out with us on Wednesday. And I'm excited for these daily things and all that stuff. So we'll keep you posted on all that. And Wednesday it is, right?
Yep.